Hi everyone, my name is Amy and I'm from Talk to Me, and I am here to give you some tips on how to help your 18-month-old meet their speech and language milestones. To help with your child's understanding of language, what we often encourage families to do is expose their child to as much language as possible in the home. So that could be labeling things in your environment, talking about what you're doing throughout the day, or also talking about what they're doing. So just providing them with that information. They may not be necessarily repeating all the words that we're saying, but they are listening and they are learning all of that new vocabulary. Another thing we encourage is practicing some simple directions at home, like go sit down or go get your hat. For a child that's having difficulty processing that information, you might need some repetition of the direction, or you might need to provide a visual just to help further support. Oh, you need to go get your hat, just that extra bit of information so that they can hopefully follow through with that. And another thing we also encourage is to point to different body parts. That can be a fun following direction thing. You can demonstrate on yourself. Oh, where's your nose? Oh, and point to your nose, or you can even do that with their favorite stuffed animal or favorite toy. So yeah, you can practice that way. You can also, sing a song like Head and Shoulders, Knees and Toes, just to kind of get that practice in there where you're labeling the different body parts and then following through with the direction. To help with your child's play, we encourage families to practice pretend play at home with their favorite items or toys. You can pretend a dinosaur is sleepy and put a blanket on them, or pretend their little doll is thirsty or hungry and give them a snack or drink. And another really great way to help foster that play is to decrease screen time and increase peer exposure. So we encourage families to attend early on centers in their area or any preschool program. To help with your child's literacy milestones, we encourage families to read to their child every day. And that doesn't necessarily mean reading all of the text on the page, but visiting your local library, maybe secondhand stores, and find books that interest your child, and then just share the book together. So you don't have to read the text. What you can just do is follow your child's lead and talk about the things that they're interested on the page, and really start to build that shared love of reading. To help your child actually say more words at home, one of the strategies that we often suggest is just using less questions at home and using more general comments. So instead of saying something like, "Oh, is this a puppy?" you could say, "Oh, wow, it's a puppy," and just model the word like you would like them to use it. Another strategy that we suggest is definitely modeling language, but then pausing and waiting, sometimes up to 10 seconds, just to see if they'll take a turn and then hopefully model the word back or say the word back to us. So using lots of comments, labeling things around us, but then giving the time to pause and wait to see if they will try to maybe imitate that word and say it back to us. Now, at this age, we typically would not expect a child to speak clearly all the time. It's often children at this age will have quite a few pronunciation errors. But what we suggest to help meet those milestones that hopefully they'll speak a little bit more clearly is the main thing is to get face-to-face with your child when you're pronouncing words really clearly, and just encouraging at this point any word attempt. If your child says wawa for water, I wouldn't suggest saying, "Nope, it's not wawa, it's water, try water." I would just suggest, modeling the word appropriately. "Oh, yeah, here it is. Here's your water." And just emphasizing that nice and clearly, giving that nice visual model can certainly help develop their articulation. If you ever have any questions about your child's speech or language, feel free to visit our website at connectwithus.ca, and you yourself can make an online referral. Thanks for watching.